Hello, everybody. I think I'm recording. It is Wednesday, the second Wednesday of December 2025, and we are heading into goals and building sustainable habits to reach your goals, which doesn't sound very fun and sexy. April would tell me that. But it's kind of part of what puts us on the path that we want to go on. So it's like, can we intentionally choose our goals, our dreams, whatever you want to call them, and then build our capacity around our energy, around our sleep, around our food that we eat, around our habits that build that capacity and build that energy to move us forward so we can reach our goals and have the energy to do that. Energy tends to go like this. We talked on Monday about what do we have the capacity for today? And honoring that message, those messages we get from our body about, okay, what can I do today? Is today a day I can go big, I can look at my dreams out there, I can do some visioning, or is today I can put one foot in front of the other, and that's going to get me through my day. And no judgment on either of those places that you happen to be in, but having that awareness of where you're at is so huge, because then you can decide, is it a day for visioning? Is it a day to step into looking at what those goals are? Or is it a day to just kind of do status quo and put one foot in front of the other? I do want to throw a caution out there, because sometimes we get in that status quo and we put one foot in front of the other, and that's where we stay. And we get in this rut where we're just living day to day. We're kind of like going with the flow of whatever happens. And our goals and dreams are over here, and we're going in this direction, and we don't even know it. So it starts with awareness. We've had this conversation so many times, this idea of it starts with awareness. So it's like, what do you want to do? What qualities do you want to experience this year? What do you want to bring into your life? What do you want to let go of? And who do you want to be? We talk a lot about identity evolution, and we are, as growth human beings, we are evolving. And we get to choose how we evolve. We get to choose what we do to evolve. Those of you that are teachers, you are helping students evolve day to day, moment to moment. Because once they've done one assignment, they're not the same kid they were when they started that assignment. And so this recognition of this identity evolution is so huge. And when we can put intention in something and go, oh, this is where I want to go, that's where we put our energy. And that's where we put our attention. So those things happen. If you want to wake up at 6 o'clock every day and do 10 minutes of movement, when you put your attention there, that happens. When you get pulled in other directions, then it doesn't happen. And again, no judgment around it. I think that's so, so important that we remember we're not here to make things harder. We don't want to shame you. We don't want to blame you. We want to be like, okay, where are you going? What do you want? And what's going to get you there? And then we also look at what trips you up. What has you looking the other direction? What has you going the other direction? And again, we're not trying to make it wrong. We're looking at it so we can become aware of it. You guys have heard me say, when we pull the monsters out from underneath the bed and show them to other people, they're not nearly as scary. So that being said, let's just take a few breaths and land here and now in this moment. Acknowledging where we're at today. What's our capacity? Being reminded we don't have to do it all. And just take a moment as we land and ground and get connected with our body wisdom. Bring ourselves back to this ground zero, especially if your day's been all over the place. And what I would love for you to do is to take 5 or 10 minutes, set a timer, and do a brain dump of what do you want to experience in 2025. And if you're feeling like you want a stretch goal, look at 5 years out. You can totally do that. Or look at 3 years out. For some of you, you're going to be like, I want to look 3 months out. I'm going to choose to look up to the full year. It's just like, what do I want to experience? And when I think about my relationships, whether they're my intimate relationships with my partner, whether they're my relationships with my children, my siblings, my parents, my friends, what are some of those qualities you want to experience? So go ahead and write some of those down. And I'm going to keep talking as you write. What are some things you want to do? Like, I want to go to Boston and visit my friend Sarah. So that's on my list for this year. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. That's where I want to go. And so that goes on my list. Go to Boston. I want to do some keynote speaking this year. I want to tidy my office. So they can be little things and they can be big things, but just allow it to be a brain dump. And feel free to hit pause on this video as you continue to journal for 10 or 5 minutes. Okay. Now that you've finished the 5 or 10 minutes, take a big breath. Because sometimes when we look at our dreams, they feel big. I don't like to use the word scary, but sometimes we got to be brave to lean into them. And they're a trajectory. So I just want to honor that process too. It doesn't happen overnight. We know that. Our health takes a while. Weight loss takes a while. Change in our diet takes a while to happen. Changes in our habits take a while to happen. So give yourself that permission to give yourself some time. So in the workbook, and we touched base on this the other day, if you go to the website and in Amplify Your Goals, there's a workbook. I want to focus on a couple things. So this 9Y exercise, which starts on page 4, I think. It's a liberating structure. And why are you here? Why are you here hanging out with us, focusing on goals? Or you can do, what is your goal? Like what, my goal to get to see my friend Sarah. But why is that important? Because I love her energy and I want to go hang out with her. Why is that important? Because when I hang out with like-minded people that are up to really cool things, it gets me inspired and excited. Why is it important that I get excited and inspired? That's important because that has me lean into things. That gets me taking actions. Why is taking actions important to me? Because if I don't take actions, nothing happens. And so you just kind of ask yourself, why are you here? Why is this important based on the other one? There's a worksheet that you can fill out, that you can journal it if you like. And this exercise helps you understand your why before we get into the what. So we've done a brain dump on some of the things that you want your goals to be. We've done your 9 whys. I want you to look at your goal sheet and pull out, what are your goals for 2025? I've got increasing my income. I've got working on my 100 podcasts and stages that I'd like to get on in 2025. I've got put my book on audio, and then I've got tracking and building consistency and forgiveness. So those are some of the things I want to focus on. Next sheet of paper. Your current habits. This is page 2. We're kind of going back a little bit. This is like, what is your current goal? If my current goal is to have capacity to do the things on my list, because that's what I'm building right now, is build that capacity so I have the energy and the excitement and the desire to do it. That would be my current goal. What's moving me towards my goal? Connecting with other people, getting excited. What moves me away from my goal? Reading my book too long and going to bed late. And then some of the action steps we have that we're like, I'm unsure about this. Is this moving me towards or away? And so it doesn't matter how far you get in these exercises, just give yourself some minutes to contemplate, 2025 and what your goals are. If you're part of the vision board workshop, you might have a bit of an idea. Several of you have already done some goal work around 2025, and we're just looking at it from a different perspective. So I can't wait to hear what your goals are for 2025. If you're feeling really motivated, some of you will have already started your habit tracker. We've been doing this for a few months, so check in with your habit tracker. Okay. Have an amazing day. Whether you're part of my club or whether you're watching this somewhere else, know that you're up to amazing things in the world. Know that you've got people in your corner. And if you're not feeling like you've got people in your corner, come hang out, come have a conversation. We do not have to do this alone. You know this. So don't feel that you need to step away and put yourself in a corner and try and do this all on your own. Even just the accountability. I spoke to someone today who had an accountability team, and he put a fair amount of finances into that so that he could show up. He just needed to show up and keep doing, and it helped him be accountable. And I know that's important for so many of us, me included. Have an amazing day and have so much fun looking at your goals, building out your dreams and desires for 2025. Carmen Murray with Healthy Teachers, Healthy Classrooms. If you're not already in my club, reach out to me. I'd love to have a conversation with you to let you know what we're up to and how I can support you both in and out of your classrooms. Have an amazing day.